I will never forget that night. The house was glowing with lights, the dining table was full, and laughter echoed through every corner. It looked like a perfect family gathering, but I felt invisible. I was there, sitting quietly, watching everyone talk, smile, and exchange stories, yet somehow I didn't belong in the picture. Then my mother stood up with a stack of gifts in her hands. One by one, she called out names: my siblings, my cousins. Everyone stepped forward, smiling, receiving something wrapped with care. Applause filled the room. I waited. My name never came. When the last gift was handed out and no one even looked in my direction, I understood something painful. This wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. My chest tightened, but I didn't cry. I didn't argue. I forced a small smile and stayed silent. That night, alone in my room, I made a decision that would change everything. For years, I had been helping my family, or so I thought. Bills were placed under my name. Loans were taken using my credit. My savings slowly disappeared. Whenever I asked questions, I was told to stop being selfish and start acting like family. I was made to believe that suffering quietly was loyalty. That night, I finally realized the truth. It wasn't sacrifice, it was exploitation. Over the next few weeks, I became someone new. I stopped explaining. I stopped begging to be understood. Instead, I started collecting evidence: bank statements, transaction records, messages, signatures. Everything I had once ignored out of love, I now examined with clarity. When I discovered accounts opened without my consent and money moved behind my back, I knew silence was no longer an option. Walking into the police station was the hardest thing I've ever done. Speaking against your own family feels like betraying your blood, but letting injustice continue felt worse. The investigation began quietly. Questions were asked. Records were reviewed. Slowly, the truth surfaced. The atmosphere at home changed overnight. The same people who once dismissed me as dramatic suddenly avoided eye contact. Some tried to pressure me. They talked about family honor, about reputation, about keeping things private. But how do you protect the image of a home that never protected you? The day everyone was officially questioned, the room felt heavy. When the officer asked a simple question: who authorized these transactions? The silence was louder than any accusation. No one answered. Excuses ran out. Faces went pale. In that moment, I didn't feel victory. I felt relief. The kind that comes when a burden you carried alone for years is finally seen. The real twist of this story isn't revenge. It's transformation. I didn't scream. I didn't destroy anyone publicly. I chose justice. Calm, evidence, boundaries. Some relationships didn't survive. Some bridges burned quietly. But I walked away with something far more valuable: my identity, my future, and my self-respect. This was never about gifts at a dinner table. It was about knowing your worth, about understanding the difference between family and control, and about learning that sometimes the strongest thing you can do is stop staying silent.